And we have new polling this morning showing Democrats have a very early lead in the 2026 general congressional elections. That's according to Marist. If the 2026 election for Congress happened today, 55% of ballots would go toward Democrats. This marks the first time in more than 3 years that Democrats have a lead on early polling for seats. CBS News political director Fin Gomez joins me now for much more. Fin, thank you for your time. Good to see you. Walk us through why we might be seeing this shift and what else stood out to you when it comes to these polls.
Yeah, Mugo, we're less than a year away until the 2026 midterm elections. And according to this new poll, there are some flashing warning signs for congressional Republicans who, as you know, hold a slim majority in the House. But according to this new poll, Democrats hold their largest advantage, as you mentioned, 14 points since 2017 on the question of who respondents would vote for if the midterm elections were held today. This is, of course, coming off of big wins during the off-year elections about 2 weeks ago. But Democrats lead Republicans 55-41 when people were asked who they would vote for in their district if the election for Congress were held today. That is a survey of over 1,400 adults conducted earlier this month. And that big advantage that you referenced, like if you recall back, that's like since 2017. In 2018, that was a big year for Democrats. They flipped about 40 seats and won back control of the House. Some Democrats that I spoke to earlier today and yesterday say they are pretty bullish about 2026, but it's very, very early, and we have a long way to go. Also, both Democrats and Republican Party officials have told me before the off-year election that there are only they estimate about 30 to 40 battleground districts that are in serious competitive play. But again, for Democrats that I spoke to, this is optimistic news for their layout as they head into this cycle.
Yeah, but we certainly still have a long time to go before that 2026. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I want to ask you about Texas because we understand that a Texas judge or panel of judges, they blocked the state from using redistricting maps into 2026 midterm elections. Has this caused confusion among candidates?
Yes, it has. I mean, and that's what we're hearing. But that three-judge federal panel threw Texas politics into turmoil, if you will, after ruling that the state cannot use the newly drawn congressional map for the 2026 midterms, saying it likely amounts to an unconstitutional racial gerrymander. The court ordered Texas to revert back to that 2021 map unless the decision is overturned on appeal. The ruling, as you asked, is creating significant confusion by some candidates. Look, many had already filed or had begun building their campaigns around that now blocked 2020-25 map. But with district lines suddenly in limbo, some candidates aren't sure which district they're actually going to be running in or which voters they need to target. And the clock is ticking. The candidate filing deadline is December 8th, and the primary calendar is already set. So election officials in Texas are saying that if the map issue isn't resolved quickly, it could disrupt a lot more issues like filing primaries and the broader election timeline, Mugo.
Yeah, it certainly could. What a mess there. Hopefully they figure it out before December. Fin Gomez, thank you so much for joining us today.